Portal! Portal!
Oh, a portal. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I guess we're going in.
So we're all new people.
Oh my God.
Whoa, where'd y'all come from?
Oh my goodness.
Hello.
Hello, friend.
Hello, new friends.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, confused. Speech.
Yep. Wandering
Give me
trader.
1 second.
Speech.
All right.
Ooh, mini
Thank
bucks.
you so much to everybody for being here. This is going to be an amazing time. So much
That is a
fun. So
wandering
excited to have such amazing people
Are you talking
on
confused? I can barely
FoolishCraft.
hear you.
That directly across is the only place around this pond that you can't build. This will be the shopping district. The goal is for us to build into the mountains and just have an amazing little town here, okay, of all of our shops. The shops, as we talked about, will be... Oh, I want to kill that trader so bad. The shops will be done in a couple weeks, and that's it. Like, we're going to play. Now, when you get off this bridge, there's a book to read, and then there's a gift chest for each person. Just take one, please. And there's a lot of fun stuff in there for you, including a very special starter pickaxe that some of you might have seen, but it's like nothing you've ever seen before. Make sure you thank Gene and Bo for that.
Yeah.
Look at that. Tell me that's not the coolest thing ever.
Oh, that's amazing.
Right?
I found a
what?
I was happy.
Yeah, take the chest. Take the chest, please. Don't just take stuff out of it. Like, break your chest too.
All right. Cool.
Look at that. First and foremost, we have got to go find some sheep and kill them because it's going to get dark and we're going to die.
Oh,
so let's
yes,
go.
it is.
Oh, yeah.
Parkour!
Yeah. Hard to climb this.
Oh, are we gonna have to use our?
That did sound good. Oh, I
We're
put
gonna
that
have to
thing
use-
Are you allowed to take out
put that thing in
blocks
the
or
under
not?
chest.
Yeah, I didn't even grab one yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I decided to wait. I'll grab one here in a little bit. It won't be a big deal.
There's people behind us following our path. They're like, we'll let them do the hard work and we'll just follow them.
Yeah, they 100% are. The hardest part about this is where we're starting. There's like no trees. You've got to get up to the cherry trees before you can even get wood.
Right?
Yeah, very true.
Let's see.
Okay, I'm making a very, very parkour path. This is where you test your parkour skills. Welcome to the new Minecraft server. Let's see if you can parkour.
Oh, fun.
you
So I just love
behind me?
that.
Hi there, I'm Alara Riel, and I'm here again with Golduiniel and Nephrline. As you could tell from that prologue, after we had discovered Hatter wandering aimlessly through that end city, where we finally found a sort of broken portal, and we fell through that, landed here, and we found ourselves on the FoolishCraft SMP. The members of FoolishCraft often refer to themselves as fools, but not in the sense of dumb or stupid in any way, more as an entertainer, as a jester.
As a jester? A funny idea, a jester.
During our time here on the FoolishCraft SMP, several things took place. We were welcomed in by the FoolishCraft members, and we were given these adorable jester wands. At one point, they did a shop badge assignment. We were given 2 badges, one of which was for specialty end items such as elytra. Well, that is not something that we are very good at, so we decided to sell that one to Kaisa because she had the one for shulkers, and we figured if you're going to get shulkers in an end city, you can also get the elytra too. So she happily took over that one, and that is wonderful. The other shop that we were given the badge for was for certain types of terracotta. Then later, they had an area at the inn where you could purchase unclaimed badges. We started with 2, sold 1, and ended up buying 7 more. And we want to show you the shops we built that we have the badges for. So this is the place that we chose to build our shops. And when I chose this spot, because a lot of the spots in the shopping district were getting taken, so I found this cute little spot between that place that we didn't know who was there and that place that we didn't know who was there. But it turns out that one over there is Lottie, and she is also selling terracotta, which worked out absolutely amazingly that our terracotta shops are right next door to each other. And we just found out today that up there is Workworks, and he is currently working on his build. So we'll see how that develops as time goes on.
We wanted to do a greenhouse to house our plants and crops that we were selling in our shop. And I took inspiration for building this greenhouse from a greenhouse that was at Costco. We were shopping in the store at Costco and saw this really cute little greenhouse, and we even walked inside it, and it was just a really fun, cute experience. So I tried as best as I could in Minecraft to replicate that. And we really liked about the Costco model that it had really long windows. That was kind of unique. So in addition to the glass, it had the windows. And so I tried to replicate that here and in some other spots. And then also I put a few little windows, some little cubby windows up above that open to allow ventilation.
That's so cute.
Yeah, so I tried my best to do like the Costco one did.
Yeah.
Tried to put all the different features that I liked from that into the
Yeah. And I love your little alternating wavy flower pattern out front too. It's really pretty.
That is very cute.
And it's filled with little hanging plants and pots on shelves to give it that nice cozy greenhouse feel and look like you've been working on taking care of your little plants.
Very cute. So in this one we have, oh, a diamond.
Nice,
and
we've made a sale.
yeah, glow lichen in here and regular vines, hanging roots, weeping vines, and twisting vines. The blooming undergrowth is on this side with leaf litter in here and the wildflowers and pink petals in this barrel. And then over here are berries that go along with the mushroom badge that we have.
And since we had run out of room for mushrooms in this little place, we decided to build another build for that. Also, I wanted to make a display that had the mushrooms, but they had to be in the dark for that to work. And this greenhouse is very light and airy, so that wasn't going to work out. So I ended up building a separate little shed in the back, a little lath house that houses our mushrooms. And it's nice and dark inside for them to grow.
Very nice. And in here are the red mushrooms and brown mushrooms. And we have a little joke in here that we placed, and I don't know if anyone on the server has found it yet, but I have to put F1 back on in order to see it. And it's a little rock here, and we named it Rock Reconnaissance. And if anyone knows the reference for that and what movie that's from, please write it in the comments. We had so much fun trying to figure out where to put little Rock Reconnaissance.
And a hint, it goes very well with mushrooms.
Yes, it does.
First, I was going to do the shed with just the trapdoors and hoped that would give enough darkness to the mushrooms. But as I was doing it, it was not working. And then I tried trapdoors that didn't have the holes in them. And it seems like all trapdoors allow the same amount of light in, so that wasn't working. But we really liked the lattice look, so we wanted to be able to keep that, but also have darkness. And Nevi suggested using the tinted glass. I started playing around with that, put some in, and they were indeed dark enough for the mushrooms to grow. And then as I was doing it, I thought it didn't look quite finished, so I had the idea to put the trapdoors for the lattice look on top of that, and that ended up solving the problem and having the best of both worlds.
Yes, it's so cute. I love that.
Very happy with it.
Yeah.
And I love how the tinted glass gives it kind of a foggy haze, like as if it's all warm and steamy and humid in there. So
cool.
it really gives you the feel like the mushrooms would be very happily growing in there.
Okay,
Yes, it does.
that's good to know, because I would get a little bothered by the fact that you can see some of the tinted glass actually inside. But yeah, if that gives a cool effect, that's even better.
Yeah, I love it.
It definitely does.
And then the shed is a nice backdrop to our little garden that lets our customers know to shop for the crops in these barrels.
And in these we have carrots and potatoes, wheat, and beetroot. So we sort of just figured that the crops would be kind of a throwaway, just decorative shop, and nobody would really buy them. But someone actually did buy some of our wheat, which was very exciting to have actually earned something from this crop shop.
And some pumpkins.
Oh, that's right, pumpkins. I forgot. The melons and the pumpkins are over here.
And then as soon as I knew that we got the terracotta badge, I immediately pictured a terracotta Tuscan villa kind of style with the wavy, well, actually, to be honest, that part was suggested by Goldie, but with the terracotta roof. And then Goldie said, do you suppose there's any way in Minecraft that you could do the ripply tiled effect that that kind of roof has? And I was thinking to myself, yeah, right. And all I could think of was just to stagger kind of up and down the terracotta blocks. And at first I wasn't sure if it was too big looking for the scale, but then as I kept at it, and then with the help and advice of Goldie and Alira, we decided that we actually really like it and that it looks a lot like the look we were going for.
It really gives that effect.
Mm-hmm. And then, after getting the terracotta badge, we then decided to also get the pots and decorated pots badges that just really seemed like they would go with this style. So on the porch is where we have the pots and decorated pots type thing. So over here, where you can see more of the decorated pots, is where we have a couple of barrels. And that one has these sherds, with the pot next to it displaying a couple of the sherds that we had some spares of. And then the one further in is selling decorated pots. And then over here is where we sell the little pots. And then also along with that is the clay balls and also the stacks of brick. And then inside is where the actual terracotta is sold.
Oh, lots of diamonds.
Oh, nice.
Whoa, somebody's been buying that.
I believe this whole barrel was already sold out at least once, and then now we have some more. So
nice.
That was what enabled me to make diamond armor and diamond tools and weapons for all three of us.
And since people like the plain terracotta so much, we have a second barrel of it too.
Yes, we do.
So over there is where we sell the plain terracotta. Oh, and also along with the terracotta colors is the glazed variety of them. So I wanted to incorporate that into the floor so that it could show that we also sell the glazed variants.
We only have the regular terracotta, and we have on this side we have black and white and gray and light gray. So the glazed terracottas that we sell are the variants of the black, the light gray, the white, and the gray. And that is all we have. Next door over that way is where Lottie sells the rest of the colors.
And then also with the interior, one morning I was thinking about it and I got super excited because I remembered back to some of the new Minecraft paintings, which usually we weren't the biggest fans of the Minecraft paintings, but I started thinking about going, I feel like there were some that were kind of Italian-esque style like we were going for, and the still lifes and such like that. And so I was able to play around with some of those and have it decorate the shop.
Yeah, these are perfect.
And then upstairs is our storage area where we have excess products.
So over here we have the plant type things and bone blocks so that we can increase our stock.
And then over here is the excess for the terracotta and the ceramics shops. And then we also found it very useful to have several furnaces, or furni as B-dubs would say, so that we could smelt the terracottas and the clay balls into brick and such like that. And then we also have an anvil and a crafting table, and then the all-important bed so that we can sleep if the sun starts going down. So it's just kind of our utility extra storage room.
And we have nice terraces out here that look out over the amazing shopping district.
Hi!
Hi!
I love these terraces.
They're so cute.
With our custom plants.
Yep.
And in addition to displaying some of the pots with the Minecraft plants, we also have some custom plants around. Like over here is what I like to call Goldie's patented lavender design, which I loved as soon as I saw her make it, which is with the purple candles on top, and then a dead brain coral that mimics the pale dusty green of the lavender leaves.
Very nice.
And then up here is another little custom plant with, again, the colored candles and then a jungle sapling.
Cute.
That is so cute to create that tall plant and
Yeah, so it's like little cone flowers that you can do in various colors, and then I have some red ones inside and stuff. So yeah,
nice.
Cool. It's cool to be able to use the different items that Minecraft has and use them in unconventional ways to make your own designs.
Yes, it is. That's amazing. And to go with the Tuscan theme of our terracotta shop, I built some grapevines out of leaves and purple candles. So that was fun to make them look, from afar at least, like they are grapevines coming down. And I also made an orange tree to go with the Mediterranean theme of the builds.
And the oranges are actually resin clumps that can be put on other blocks to give that effect. We did not know resin clumps could be used that way, but one of the other shops sells resin and had those displayed on other blocks, and we had to buy some to try it ourselves.
And I just love the way the orange tree came out, so very cute. So, as seen in the beginning of this episode, I had a terrible time going up and over this cliff, so I decided once we had a shop here that in order to get to the outer world on the other side of the cliff, that I was going to make a tunnel through. So I didn't do anything cute. I kind of built up stairs just out of the dirt and tunneled across, and I put a little door at the top with a makeshift bridge that went across the moat on the other side of the tunnel. But it has since been decorated.
And we were wanting to have the tunnel to go with the Tuscan theme of our builds, so I had the idea to make the tunnel be a garden trellis. And my faithful little pups enjoying the little sitting area.
Yes. Cute. Hi, puppies.
So we also wanted to decorate the bridge leading into our tunnel to the shopping district. And that also we wanted to follow in the same Tuscanish style. So I decided to go with the sandstone look for most of the bridge, but then thought it needed a little something. So again, with the help of Goldie and Alira, we decided upon this little simple pattern of just the 4 little squares of mud bricks. And then I also wanted to tie in some of the greenery that Goldie had in her trellis. So I decided to build these planters attached to the bridge with the flowering azalea leaves growing out of them like pretty flowering plants.
Very nice. I love this bridge.
And I wanted to be able to have a smaller trellis that framed the entrance to the tunnel. So I used some ladders intermixed with blocks with the glow lichen on it, which I thought was cool because it almost makes the glow lichen look like blue flowers. So that was a prettier effect than I was anticipating.
It is very pretty. I love that.
And then this is the bridge from the other side. And I really wanted there to be a purpose for the smaller arch. So I actually hand placed all the water for the stream that flows under it that then cascades down into this beautiful waterfall.
It's gorgeous.
It's so pretty.
I love this angle.
I love how all our builds tie so well together and how we all work together to add little touches.
Yes.
Thank you so much for watching. We hope you really enjoyed this episode on the FoolishCraft SMP and seeing the shops and terraforming and the other builds that we made. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. That's always free for you, and it would mean a great deal getting our content out to more viewers on YouTube. As always, we hope you have a fantastic day or night. Bye for now.